It's a sad day for me because this is my favorite player to watch.
He has 2 games better than 50 points this year. Jokić. Come away for the first half to end here in Miami. All of Mile High Denver right now holding their breath.
There has never been a real answer for Nikola Jokić. No scheme, no matchup, no so-called stopper. For years, he's been a walking cheat code, bending defenses without ever looking rushed or out of control. And now, the one scenario every fan quietly feared has hit us head on. Jokic.
I think of the whole
league feels different, darker, heavier. When he goes down, it isn't just Denver that feels it. The entire game feels off, like the music stopped in the middle of the song. This isn't just another injury update. It's real heartbreak for basketball fans everywhere. That old line about "we play in checkers" hits a lot harder now. It's not just a quote anymore. It's reality staring everyone in the face. Here's the painful truth. Jokic isn't just the Denver Nuggets' best player. He is the system. He's the offense, the flow, the confidence, the calm, and the chaos, all running through him like electricity. Every pass looks easier because of him, and every role player moves with more belief because of him.
He's in there, we playing chess. When he's not in there,
the whole league feels different, darker, heavier. When he goes down, it isn't just Denver that feels it. The entire game feels off, like the music stopped in the middle of the song. This isn't just another injury update. It's real heartbreak for basketball fans everywhere. That old line about "we play in checkers" hits a lot harder now. It's not just a quote anymore. It's reality staring everyone in the face. Here's the painful truth. Jokic isn't just the Denver Nuggets' best player. He is the system. He's the offense, the flow, the confidence, the calm, and the chaos, all running through him like electricity. Every pass looks easier because of him, and every role player moves with more belief because of him. Take him out, and Denver's rhythm cracks. Guys hesitate, spacing collapses, and even solid players start second-guessing simple reads. And don't get it twisted, this doesn't just shake Denver, it sends shockwaves across the entire NBA.
Think about it as we all know the direction a knee is supposed to bend, and we all know the direction a knee is not supposed to go, the backwards way, right? Like a flamingo. And it's sort of the kind of, Spencer was backpedaling, covering Jaime Jaquez, stomped on his shin, ankle region, and really pushed that knee backwards. Nikola was also stepping forward to help cover and for some help defense there. And that kind of puts the knee in a position it's not supposed to be in. The thing that we can sort of fall back on now is that nothing was torn, there was no structural damage, and all the structures that are supposed to protect your knee.
If this injury lingers, what does it mean for Jokic's legacy? Can the Nuggets survive a full month without their anchor? Fans are panicking, analysts are scrambling, and rival teams are already sensing blood in the water. Rewind to the moment it happened. At first glance, it looked harmless. A routine switch, a teammate backpedaling, nothing out of the ordinary. Then, in one split second, everything changed. The arena went dead silent, like the air had been sucked out of the building. But the worst part wasn't even the replay. It was Jokic's face. No acting, no exaggeration, no drama. Just that cold, honest look that says, "This is bad," and everyone knew it. A sports medicine expert was brought in, someone who's seen this situation before, and his words had fans holding their breath. Because one thing everyone understands is that Nikola Jokić does not fake pain. When he limped off and never returned, that's when the fear truly set in. If you're locked into this breakdown, make sure you subscribe because
stepped on his foot.
The first thing I thought of when I heard this morning of the news that it was just a hyperextension injury was, thank God Spencer's not going to get blamed for anything.
Because now the real question hits. What happens next to the entire league? If you think this doesn't affect the standings, playoff positioning, or even the MVP conversation, you're not paying attention. This changes everything, and it changes it fast. One NBA legend broke it down with zero sugarcoating. The moment Jokic went down, the league's energy shifted overnight. Teams that used to tense up when Denver appeared on the schedule suddenly felt bolder. Coaches started seeing openings, rotations looked cleaner, and for the first time in years, the Western Conference could actually breathe. But here's what people miss. This was never just about Jokic dropping 40 on your head. It's about what he forces everyone else to do. That's the scary part. He elevates the entire squad, turns role players into real weapons, and leaves defenders guessing 2 steps behind. Then came the silence, that uneasy waiting period every fan dreads. Arena noise faded, timelines went quiet, and all that filled the air were dark what-if thoughts nobody wanted to say out loud. Finally, the update dropped, and with it came a massive wave of relief. Thankfully, the news wasn't as devastating as first feared. No torn ligaments, no surgery, no nightmare.
Framed it perfectly.
Yeah, for me, this is not a can Denver survive. It's really about what does this moment kind of reveal for the other guys. What does it reveal about Denver's identity?
That's the quiet tension gripping the NBA right now. The silence nobody wants to talk about. Yes, Jokic dodged the worst-case scenario, but when a knee bends awkwardly more than once, luck starts running thin fast. The line between recovery and re-injury gets slimmer every time, and that's why fans are stressing. That haunting question won't go away. Does he come back stronger, or does this linger just enough to change how he moves forever? Once the relief wore off, reality hit hard. Jokic is still sidelined. And without him, Denver doesn't just lose points on the scoreboard, they lose their identity. The offense that usually flows like poetry suddenly looks clunky. Ball movement stalls, shots get forced, reads get rushed, and the entire system falls out of sync, wobbling under pressure with no one fully in control. This isn't just a slowdown anymore, it's starting to tilt the wrong way fast. And now, the question dominating every debate show and comment section is simple. What happens to Jokic's MVP chase?
Yeah, it kind of all depends on how far it goes, really.
Before the injury, it wasn't even close. Jokic was the clear frontrunner. Triple-doubles felt like warm-ups, game-winning passes looked like straight-up magic tricks, and he played with a calm, unbothered dominance that felt unstoppable. People weren't asking if he'd win MVP, they were asking by how much. But now, everything is hanging in the balance. Missing a few games sounds act, and that doesn't disappear just because he's off the floor for a few nights. His argument is rooted in domination, plain and simple, and even if Nikola Jokic misses time, his impact doesn't vanish.
Some guys now, though.
Yeah, they be all right.
Now we ain't got to worry. Now we got to shoot.
But that's
like
the problem.
you got it. No, it's
freedom
not.
is a problem
No, it's not.
because
No, it's not.
these guys are going to be out of their body.
No, it's not.
They're going to be playing
They help.
too much freedom. Think about Tim Hardaway Jr.
Without him, things don't just look different, they fall apart. Decisions get rushed. Without him, things don't just look different, they fall apart. Decisions get rushed, spacing collapses, and the calm pressure release Jokic provides is suddenly gone, leaving the weight to crash down on everyone else's shoulders. And let's be clear, this isn't hate, it's reality. Jamal Murray has been stepping up, putting in real work, and doing everything he can to hold the fort. No question about that.
Jamal, how do you make the game easier for everyone else, but still play the game that you've been playing? Because he's been playing great basketball.
The Nuggets now have to compete without forcing things, survive without the gravity of their superstar holding it all together. That's not strategy, that's survival mode. Every night becomes a test of focus, patience, and grit. And now comes the question everyone is whispering: identity. Who are the Denver Nuggets without Jokic running the show? Carmelo Anthony said it best: every real contender gets tested eventually. If you want to see how this test ends, subscribe and stay locked in, because this story is getting serious. Sometimes the test comes in June under blinding playoff lights. Other times it hits you early, out of nowhere, with no warning at all. For Denver, that test is happening right now. And this isn't about talent, it's about discipline, chemistry, and heart. Moments like this are exactly why front offices stack deep bench.
So this is why you signed the Tim Hardaway's and your others, the other guys that's on that team. This is the reason.
For Denver, this stretch isn't just about surviving. It's about making a statement. It's a chance to prove that Nikola Jokic's greatness doesn't hide their flaws. It exposes their potential. He's never been the type of superstar who covers weaknesses. He elevates everything around him. He turns average into reliable, good into dangerous, simply by being on the floor. Now, without him, the Nuggets have a rare opportunity to show that they've learned from his leadership and can hold the line until their cornerstone returns. But let's zoom back in on the man himself, the best player in basketball right now. Jokic isn't just putting up numbers this season, he's crafting one of those historic runs that fans talk about years later, the kind historians point to and say, yeah, that was the moment everything shifted. This isn't about flash, gimmicks, or forced highlights. His dominance comes from control, rhythm, and a calm so deadly that teams don't even realize they're being dismantled until it's already over. Every pass, every rebound, every touch is smooth, surgical, and unstoppable.